I've just got people messaging me almost nonstop for like 4 days afterwards.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching and hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean, it is a rabies infested hen house.
and at the same time, it seemed like the most interesting part was their audience seemed to be on my side.
Yes.
That's Joe Rogan roasting The View with Coleman Hughes, a guest who recently appeared on their show and went viral after a heated confrontation with Sunny Hostin. Welcome to Nerk News. I'm Nerkish, and it appears that once again everyone is making fun of The View. This time because of an interview with an author who said that we should treat people based on the content of their character and not their race. Naturally, this upset Sunny Hostin, the resident race baiter and professional stupid person on the show.
And I've read your book twice because I wanted to give it a chance. Your argument that race has no place in that equation is really fundamentally flawed. As you are a student of Dr. King, I'm not only a student of Dr. King, I know his daughter, Bernice. Dr. King also said this: a society that has done something special against the Negro for hundreds of years must now do something special for Negroes.
A couple paragraphs later, he lays out exactly what that something special was, and it was the Bill of Rights for the Disadvantaged, a broad class-based policy.
But he also says you must include race.
No, he didn't. He says it's
Yes, he does.
Okay, well, everyone should go read the book Why We Can't Wait. Let's not get sidetracked by that.
Yeah, and so many in the black community believe that you are being used as a pawn by the right and that you're a charlatan of sorts.
He's not a Republican.
So how do you...
He's never voted for a Republican.
You've said that you're a conservative.
No.
No, you did. You actually said that in the podcast that you did 2 weeks ago.
Now, as you might have imagined, this caused quite a stir online. People quickly debunked the things Sunny was smugly stating in the episode and began reaching out to Hughes to offer their support.
I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way. And I responded to it in the moment, as I do. And I didn't expect it to go as viral as it did, but I think it arguably went more viral than anything I've ever done. It's hard for me to totally tell, but...
Well, their audience is not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in to watch television shows. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen audiences before for TV shows, but a lot of them are paid. They're paid to be there. So, because they have to guarantee that there's going to be people there. So there's services that you hire. But arguably, like the fans, the real fans of The View that are like, oh, these ladies are on point. Most of those people can't leave the house. Like they're probably immobile.
Right.
Well, that certainly explains a lot about the audience of The View. I mean, I wouldn't want to go there unless you paid me either. It's no wonder there were people clapping for him during that interview. They're a captive audience of relatively normal people who aren't suffering from political brain rot like the hosts of the show are.
I think she came into it with an agenda.
Of course.
You know,
they do everything with an agenda.
Yeah.
You know,
she came into it, it seems, really wanting to paint me as someone that has been co-opted by the right wing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much research she had done into me. She claimed to have read my book twice, which is almost certainly not true.
I think the problem with that show is that show has this very specific ideological bubble in which they operate in.
Sunny decided to take up a few minutes of that precious 8 minutes and attack me as someone who's been co-opted by the right and someone who's a charlatan. But, you know, I would argue even if I were co-opted, hypothetically, that doesn't make my argument here right now wrong. Right? Because people that are co-opted sometimes say true things.
Yes.
So even if I were, I would say it's still it's an ad hominem attack. It's to the person rather than to the argument.
Yes.
So let's get on to the issue.
That's an excellent point you just made, because for the left, it's easier to tear down the person instead of the idea. If they're white, brand them as a bigot. If they're not, suggest that they're brainwashed by people who are. It's how you end up with these ridiculous articles about Larry Elder being the black face of white extremist groups. And this is a point Megyn Kelly and Michael Moynihan pointed out while mocking this ridiculous interview.
Quotes Martin Luther King, because, you know, by the way, she knows
Bernice.
Yes. Yeah. Just so you know, I know her.
So I'm one up on you.
Three times.
I'm one up on you.
Yeah, you know, Bernice, who was texting me this morning, she doesn't
Meanwhile,
like
it's like, because any knowledge you would have of MLK is erased thanks to the fact that I know the daughter.
Yes,
like,
and you obviously
this is a
haven't
historical
read the
figure we can all
material
study.
Because Coleman says, well, yeah, you're not quoting what happens right right after that, what he says right after that. But, you know, she says he's a conservative and then is fumbling. It was in a podcast, and he's like, well, I'm not, okay?
And we went back and fact-checked that. It's not true.
It's not true. No.
Somebody else said it about him.
Of course,
Coleman did not say that about himself.
The New York Times did that. But can we just say what she is saying in so many dumb, sort of convoluted ways? She's trying to call him an Uncle Tom.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what
right.
it is.
Without a doubt.
Why do white people on the right like you?
Well, there you have it. Another absurd controversy for Sunny Hostin in the books. I'm not sure how many more of these she can keep doing before they decide to can her. I mean, she's basically turning the show into a televised version of those black ladies who liberals hire to tell them how awful they are. You have to imagine that eventually their audience will hit a breaking point, right? But let me know what you think. Did you know that The View was using a paid audience? How long will it be until Sunny Hostin gets fired? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!